What's up, people of the world? It's your girl, Lala.
And your boy, Siobhan.
And you're listening to
Talk That Shit
with the Melvins.
Hey. And we are back.
Baby.
Season 4.
Faux.
Ooh, look at them knees.
They ashy?
Nah, they not that ashy. They just busting out.
They busting.
Busting. So what's up?
Howdy.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, that's it.
It's been a long time since people seen our face.
Yeah.
You know, now we're back. Season 4. We got audio and video.
Yeah.
All platforms again.
Yeah.
Juicier topics this year. Juicier.
I don't necessarily know if they're juicier.
Man, the things we've been putting down our notes, they're definitely pretty juicy.
Well, how you know what I've been putting in my notes?
Because I know what I've been putting in my notes.
But that don't mean that I've been putting that in my notes.
But I know what I've been putting in my notes.
You said we.
Well, I know if I put some juicy shit in there and you put some juicy shit in yours, I know it's even juicier.
But I never said I.
It's so juicy.
Can you turn? I don't know if my mic is. I don't know. I feel like I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself?
I can, but turn it just a tad bit down. Okay, maybe that.
Right
yeah,
there. That's better?
That's better.
Okay,
that's
cool.
Better.
All right, so yes. What's
Season
been up
4,
with you?
first episode.
Season 4, first episode.
2022, baby.
Right, a lot of shit going on in the world right now.
I'm not worried about the world.
I know, but I'm just saying though, a lot.
I mean, that was. Let me rephrase. I'm focusing on what I'm focusing on.
True.
Unfortunately, there are things going on in the world that affect everyone, but you gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep. What is it?
Oh, brothers, we gotta keep moving. We almost there.
What is that off of? Oh, Stomp the Art. I hate that movie.
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
You always say that.
I don't even know why that popped in my head.
Because you said we gotta keep moving.
Right, but yeah. I mean, I've been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, continuing my journey.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing through. Good days, bad days. Not even bad days, bad moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I bounce right back.
That's all that matters, right?
I'm a hustler.
Do the dance.
No. No.
Come on. No. You're not going to do the dance. So this is your topic first, right?
Yes, it is. It's actually a really good topic, too.
You be saying that, then we be talking about it. I feel like you wasted a lot of topics of us just talking without the mics even on.
I didn't waste anything because if I want to talk in that moment, I'm going to talk.
Right.
I'm not going to hold it in because I'm not even that type of person.
Uh-huh.
So we didn't waste anything. We still had great conversation. We just didn't share those conversations with
the world,
our listeners. And
I get you trying to hold my hand.
No, my hand was here first.
You trying to hold my hand? It's okay if you want to hold my hand. Here's my hand.
No,
here's my bad.
Take my good hand. You gotta grow the hell up.
So this is your topic.
Yeah.
Episode 1 is your topic.
Episode 1, 2022, season 4.
4 seasons.
Yeah.
4 seasons.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? I be like, he's like, season 3, season 4, and I'm like, oh, because I don't like look. I don't know. Maybe because in my mind I haven't structured
it to be like
the
that.
episodes to be that way. It's just like we put out an episode. It's just an episode.
So. But it's like in between each season, it was like a little break.
I don't think it was intentional. That's why I guess I don't look at it like that.
I'm just saying it's like a mid-season final. You'd be like, oh shit, we ain't finished filming The Walking Dead, so we gotta split right here. You know what I mean? Keep going.
I get it. I just in my mind it's not structured that way. It's just another episode. I don't be like, oh yeah, we're on season 4. I listen to you and I just copy what you say because I'm like, oh,
we don't.
Because every time you be like, are we?
Yeah.
And then I even have to like look back at how many episodes we did in the last season.
Mm-hmm. And it'd
be like quite a few, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I guess we could categorize it as like a season or whatever.
You know, I mean, even if we need to go back and like season 3, episode 5, or
if we ever needed it for our own reference.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Like, we talk about that in season 5 or 3. So Hit it with a bang. Let's go.
Hit what with a bang? Your face. Anyway, so
She's an asshole.
my topic today is
Already.
sorry. Do you think it's true that at times we mistreat people that we care about? See, I don't want to say people that we care about because I want to use this in relationship contexts. Relationship meaning like boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, husband, wife, like that, significant other, partner situation.
Okay.
We mistreat the people we love because we feel like we don't deserve them. Do you think that that's true?
Damn. I need to re-say this in my head so it can sound.
I'll re-say it just so everyone is clear on what the topic is. As people, there are some people that mistreat the person that they love, their partner, significant other. They treat them badly because they feel like they don't deserve them.
I think that's true.
Or not, I'm not gonna say treat them badly, but mistreat them, because I don't necessarily know if there's a difference in the two. But to say to treat someone badly and then say mistreat them, I feel like I can differentiate the two. Kind of, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. My mind just works differently. But yeah. How do you? I mean, do you want to start? Or do you want me to start?
You start. You start. It's your
I personally feel like I feel like that's a cop out.
Okay.
I feel like you're making excuses as to why you're treating someone a certain type of way, just to kind of get away with it.
Okay, elaborate more.
Like, okay, so like everybody knows the saying, I was mad when I said that. I didn't mean it. I was angry. For me, I don't believe in that.
Right.
Like, and you know how I am. Like, don't feed me no bullshit about, oh, I was mad. No, you wasn't, my nigga, because that's how you felt.
Meant those stuff.
Because if that shit came out your mouth or you did that, like that was an action of yours.
Right.
That's some shit that you've thought about. That's some shit that you've said to yourself. That's some shit that you've conjured up at some point. Like, whether it was I made you mad about something or I did something like that you didn't necessarily like you at some point have felt that way. For you to be so comfortable to say that. Oh, I'm just going to say it so I hurt her feelings. Well, why would you want to hurt somebody's feelings when they're just expressing how they feel about something? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, well, if I told you, oh, I didn't like or I didn't appreciate the fact that you did ... but you take it as if I'm coming at you and you're like, you get real defensive about it. And then you start trying to throw jabs. It's like,
why?
Oh, I was mad. Well, there's being mad, and then there's being just outright disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or there's being upset behind something, and then there's you trying to hurt my feelings because you didn't like
what I said.
Right. You can be upset about something. You can be mad about something all you want. That doesn't mean that you say foul shit or that you do foul shit behind it. So when people say like, oh, I was mad, that's why I said that, or I was mad, that's why I did this. So you were mad and you went and cheated on me? Nah, nigga, that's an excuse.
Some people that's a controversial statement that you just said, because some people will say they wasn't thinking in the right because somebody made them mad for them to go cheat.
My thing is not thinking straight. At the end of the day, you can't say you love someone or you care deeply about someone and turn around and do something that you know is going to hurt them if they found out about it.
Right.
Because there's no such thing. I was upset and I wasn't in my right state of mind, but you was in your right state of mind to make the conscious decision to lay down with another bitch. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense.
Man.
So you telling me, oh, I feel like I don't deserve you. That's why I did that. You did that because you wanted to. It don't have shit to do with me, that bitch, the next bitch, or the bitch across the street. You did that because you wanted to.
Parental guidance.
You did it because you wanted to.
You did it because you wanted to. So I think that statement, I think it's opposite. I think when people do that, they don't care about you. They don't love you. And if they do say they love you, then it's full of shit.
Wait.
Your statement is when people be like, I hurt you because I love you, or I'm mistreating you because of.
Not them saying I mistreated you because I love you. It's I feel like I don't deserve you.
Yeah,
I'm not good enough for you. This is why I did this.
I feel like this the mistreated. Oh my god. It's a fucking cop out. I can't even play the other half of this. I can't even be the bad guy in this situation because I feel like it is a cop out. And my reasons of it being a cop out is because you ain't going you have to fully go through that action or those actions. Like, it's not like, okay, cool, we got into it. You called me all these type of names. I called you all types of names, and I went out and grabbed a beer and got somebody's phone number. And I'm like, I ain't calling this. I was just mad.
That's bullshit.
That's what I'm saying, though. But it's like you can't possibly tell me that you love me and make me feel like I need to go and do these things. If that makes any sense.
No, you said it wrong, I think.
I'm always saying stuff wrong.
Because so I feel like you just gave the example of we got into it, called each other names, you went to the bar, had something to drink, and then got somebody's phone number. But my thing is, you're upset. Mm-hmm. And in your head, the whole reason you're at the bar is because you're mad, because you're pissed off, because you're angry, right? At the person that you're angry at.
Yes.
How is that person not on your mind when the whole reason why you're there is that person?
It is you are on that person.
Exactly.
The person is on your mind.
So if you extend the invitation for someone to give you their phone number, or for you to go home with someone, a man or another man or another woman, mm-hmm. that was a conscious decision that you made. Yeah. So there is no such thing as I wasn't thinking or I was upset. No, you knew exactly what you were doing.
But that is always the excuse that's always given. I wasn't thinking. No, you was thinking, which is why you was enraged, which is why you started drinking.
Yeah, but then now we get to the point of, I just don't feel like I deserve you. Well, if you don't feel that way, why the fuck are you wasting my time?
Because I don't want you to waste. I don't want anybody else to occupy your time.
See, and that's bullshit. So you want me to be miserable?
Right? Yes.
You want me to be miserable while you try and find yourself?
Yes, I want you. Listen. I want you to. It's kind of like the thing of like, if I'm gonna suffer, you gonna suffer too. But if I suffer, and I'd be like, you know what? Go ahead and do what you do. And you go and do what you do. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. She ain't gonna go do what she do. I just said that shit just because I wanted to say that shit, just so I wouldn't sound like a bad guy. But I don't really want her to have a nice relationship, or I don't really want him to have a nice relationship after me. Fuck him. I'm gonna make his life a living hell. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just wild that people go to
the extremes.
Those extremes, like, you don't feel like you deserve me. you don't feel like you deserve me. And the only way of you showing me that you don't feel like you deserve me is by hurting me. Instead of sitting down and having a conversation with me and saying, hey, you know, I've been feeling this way because of X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And give that other person the opportunity to say, you're more than enough for me. Or you're exactly what I need. Or why would you ever feel that way about yourself? Instead, you do shit to intentionally hurt that person. To me, this is what it sounds like they're doing. You're doing shit to intentionally hurt that person so that that person decides on their own to walk away from the situation. But when they walk away from the situation, now you're still looking like, oh my God, why would you leave me?
Experience talking. Because we want to see if you actually do care and if our feelings were really truthful to us. So it's like, if I think in my puny little head that his men's head is about this big, their brains is about this big, that I feel like she don't like me. You know what? I know she don't like me. So I'm going to go and do something to prove that she don't like me. But we don't think that us doing those types of actions to the other person is not showing us that they don't care about us. It's showing us that we actually don't care about y'all. And why would we do something? Because y'all care.
So basically what you're saying is that you would do something to get a certain reaction. If you didn't get that reaction, then you prove to yourself that you're not good enough for that person.
Yeah, but we end up always getting the opposite reaction because it's kind of like it's an ego thing for actions. It's like, okay, cool. If I do this, then I'm feeling this type of way. Yeah, you know, I know that I'm not going to have a conversation with her because that's an ego thing. I don't want to hear the truth about certain things. So I'm going to go do something, and two things is going to happen. She's either going to be like, why would you do that? You know I care about you. And then we go on. You take me back. We do whatever. Or you're going to be like, I don't have time for that. It's over, and I'm not going to explain to you. So then both ways that we experience our little egos is how we wanted it to be. So if you break up with me, in my head, I'm like, she ain't want to be with me anyway. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I was fucking around. I'm glad I was treating her. You know what I mean? Because I loved her, and you know what I mean? I was a nigga for her and everything. But mind you, women are more clever. And they do things logical. Men don't do things logical. We don't have that conversation with ourselves. We don't have that conversation with other people.
But see, when you say stuff like that, to me, when men say things like, oh, women are so much smarter, women handle things differently than we would, they use, men only use one side of their brain. And it's like, now you're giving me another excuse shit?
No, I'm saying it's definitely a cop-out. But instead of having those you asked me a question about what happens when we do those things. Two things that we want to come out of that.
I didn't ask you that.
Whatever, I was talking about.
Asked yourself that.
No, it's definitely a cop-out of you stepping up, putting your big boy pants on, and having that conversation and being like, yo, what's up between me and you? Because I feel as though this is happening. You're gonna explain to me.
But would she be wrong if she don't want to have that conversation?
No,
because she hasn't implied anything to you that makes you feel like you're not good enough for her?
No, it's nothing.
So if she was straight, just like, my nigga, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Then it's still in our egos of being like, she ain't good. She talking to somebody. Because men have the itch of talking to somebody, it always feels like it's hard for a man to be a straight up man, to be like, I'm only for one girl, or I'm only for one woman, and I want to be a devoted man to this woman. It's really hard for a man to appear like that. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
You don't think so, but we are. I'm not saying me.
You can use you too.
Okay, we can use me. But I'm just saying, though, we always want to look cool, or we always want to look a certain type of way to certain people, our boys. You know what I mean? Our boys value more than the woman, which is why certain things.
Not all men.
That's what I'm saying. Not all men, but some men do. So when you have the straight up guys, it's like, yo, I'm all about my woman, and they're around other dudes. They like, I know you be thinking about other chicks, or I know you be wanting to do something with other chicks. And they like, no, I just care about my woman. Now that he becomes the clowning of, oh, you a square, or oh, you corny, or oh, whatever, because you don't think like how we think. So it's like you get slashes for being a stand up guy and being a devoted man, but you get pats on the back for you being a player, or you messing with your chick, or you messing with all these chicks. It's like, it's kind of like, it's good to be bad in the eyes of certain people, and it's like, what is that for? So back to our egos thing. It's like, we don't want to lose the situation. So when it comes out as she just left, I knew she didn't want to be with me.
But that doesn't prove that. That doesn't prove
It
that, nor does that tell you why you weren't good enough for her.
It doesn't, but shit, we lie to ourselves every day.
Who is we?
I'm saying men, people, human beings. They lie to themselves every day. I mean, you gotta think about it. You on social media, people posting stuff. How many of that is their actual lives?
But how many of them are manifesting that? That's not a lie. It could just be what they want. So they're only putting that energy out into the world. That's not necessarily a lie.
That's true, but that's why it's called social media. Because nobody knows what that other person actually is on the other side.
That's not why it's called social media.
Why is it called social media then?
Because it's where you socialize, and it's a media platform.
See, we only use half our brains. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's definitely like
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go. How I don't want to, because this got tied up in men only. I just don't know. I just don't know if women ever feel like they don't deserve a man.
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's like a thing where women are like, I don't deserve him. I know I'm no good for him. Like, I don't know if women think like that.
I feel like for women it's more of like, he don't deserve me, so I'm gonna go talk to this other dude who's giving me the attention. So then you end up in a.
But is it attention?
No, is what you worth.
No. Because what you said was, he doesn't deserve me, so I'm gonna go talk to this person and get the attention. But is it because now it starts to sound as if a woman is only looking for.
No. I'm just saying, like, there in a relationship, there are certain things that you want. You want the comfort, you want the security of being safe, you want the companionship, and you want to have fun, right?
I mean, it just depends on the person.
Okay.
Some people don't give a fuck about none of that shit you just said. Some people want to get beat like it's nobody's business. I mean, I'm just saying, it's real life. It's real life. Like, it's people that really like to be assaulted. I'm just saying.
But isn't it their?
That's their preference.
Their preference.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, some people just don't give a fuck about anything you said. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So when some of those things are lacking, they're like, this ain't gonna last. But somebody else is giving you those. So you start opening up your book a little bit, and you seeing. It's because you may be a beautiful woman, and you got people that's always hitting on you. You always got somebody. Hey, can I buy you a cup of coffee? I take you out to dinner. You like, no, I'm devoted to this one person. You know what I mean? I have a boyfriend, I have a husband. But then when that person is mistreating you to the point where you're like, oh, I'm worth more than this. It's not that you're like, oh, he doesn't, I don't think they deserve me. It's more on the strength of like, I don't know what's going on over here. So let me somewhat make my action, my my exit plan right now.
So are you saying that women cheat because
No,
They
it's
feel
not
like a
necessary.
man doesn't deserve them.
No, it's not that they cheat. It's just the fact that they are now letting go.
But I'm saying, are you saying that they end that relationship and move on to the next, or are you just saying
No, they just end that relationship because they know that they can get anybody else. It's more men are like, more men have self-confidence issues of like, it's the best chick I ever had. So
I wonder though, what makes a person, not just a man, what makes a person feel like I don't deserve this other person?
just
Like, have you ever felt that way?
of course I have.
What made you feel like that? Like, I don't deserve this person.
Just previous things that happened with me with other people. Because like I said, we always look on the outside of certain things.
So based off of things that happened
With
outside of that, your relationship, your current relationship,
yeah.
are what made you feel like you didn't deserve your current relationship.
Yeah, because it's like it's because it's kind of like you like, oh, this, I'm in this situation knowing that what I just dealt with for the last 2 times, the last 3 times, it's like,
So are you saying that
we bring that baggage over?
no, are you referring to it being in the instance of like you did wrong in the previous relationships, so you don't deserve to have a good relationship now?
No,
Or is it like, oh my God, I was so good in these past relationships, and everybody fucked me over. This relationship is almost too good to be true.
Yes.
She's probably going to do the same thing.
Right, yes.
But is that you not deserving her, or is that just a fucked up situation?
It's I mean, it's both.
Like a fucked up mentality.
Because it's like, it's kind of like, you can have 3 butt ugly girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that one fine ass woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, God damn, she is fine. Everybody want to talk to her. How did I get her?
But why is it a question of how you got her?
Because it's that's just shit that goes through your mind. Like, how did I get this woman? I mean, it's confidence issues.
But why does someone feel like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, I don't deserve someone that pretty, or oh my God, he's so handsome, I don't deserve somebody that handsome?
My point exactly, Jack. Like, you see, I mean, on Instagram or anywhere, you be like, damn, he's fine, but why is he with that ugly ass girl? That, and then people sit, you can feel the tension of like, why they staring at us? Oh, it's my man, and they don't think you supposed to be with me. Or they be like, why is that chocolate man with that white woman? You know what I mean? Like, that piece of godness is with her. And it's like, who said that they can't, like, what makes you think that she doesn't deserve him? What makes you think he doesn't deserve her? But we have in our head that because of previous things, is like, I know I was the shit and ugly chicks played me. So if I get this bomb ass chick and I know that she got dudes throwing everything at her, she ain't gonna want me. Because if the ugly chicks didn't want me, what makes you think this fine chick gonna want me? This fine down ass chick gonna want me? So you start self-doubting yourself. Like, anything I can do, it still doesn't make me better looking, better physique, better than the next person, tall enough, you know what I mean, smile, other looks, smells than the next person. Why would she want to be with me? Because I make her laugh. Because we have bonding when we go eat.
But why wouldn't that be enough?
Because I mean, you thought that was enough for ugly. You thought that was enough for the other women or men, but it wasn't. So it's like,
but everybody is different, literally.
I mean,
but my thing is, okay, so we're talking about you, so let's take your examples, right? Previous situations.
Mm-hmm.
You thought your personality was enough, and you feel like clearly it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But what if not a single one of them had an issue with your personality? What if it was just something else that you did? Or what if it was nothing at all that you did?
But that's still...
So now you're putting pressure on yourself, and then you get into a new situation, and now you're putting pressure on that other person or on that woman because some shit that some ugly chick said.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's kind of like you have a great work ethic, but you get fired from every job you do because your work ethic is better than everybody else's. So people are telling on you or reporting you and certain. He doing all this unnecessary shit, but it's unnecessary to them, but it's not unnecessary to you because your work ethic is higher than everybody else's. So when you get to your next job, you like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna lower my standards. Or you fill out a job application and they be like, you're too overqualified. So the next job application you put in, you're going to be like, I'm not going to put these 4 things on there because I need to dumb myself down.
But why wouldn't you go find a higher position, a higher, what's the word? Higher, like, I don't know, like
because you
I
still
don't want to say like higher position because that's not technically the same thing, but you know, like
higher pay salary or
not even about pay, just something that is too, like if you're overqualified for this particular job, why not find a job that respects that overqualification?
Because sometimes when you overqualified, you're underexperienced. Like I can be like, oh, okay, I got all these things, I've been to all these colleges, I have all these certifications, but have you been on the work field for me to even qualify for those qualifying jobs? So then you dumb it down because you want to.
But that doesn't make any sense.
It's the way
whatsoever.
I mean,
you're overqualified,
but you're
for
under
this particular position.
But when you go and try to get something that you're
hold on.
Go ahead.
You're overqualified for this particular position, but what did you say? Your
lack of experience.
How do you have a lack of experience but be overqualified?
Happens all the time. Like I can have all these degrees on financing, business, and all the other things, but I have yet to work a business job. So all I have is a lot of education, but I don't have any experience. So anytime I need to go get a job that requires experience.
But how does a degree qualify you as overqualified? I would think that it's the positions that you've worked that would overqualify you for another position.
No, because
that doesn't make sense.
But that's the way of how everything is, which is why people sometimes change their resumes to have all these things on there, to have a little bit of things so they can at least get their foot in the door. And then when they get their foot in the door, because they're at a lower position for something, they're like, oh, you did all these things? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, I know you now. You got a little experience, so I'm gonna move you up in the job.
That's weird.
But when you graduate college or you graduate like a trade school and you have this and this and this, and you like, I'm gonna go apply for whatever my degree was, and they're like, hey, I see that you went to school, but you don't have no experience, so I can't even hire you. And it's like, well, what the fuck did I go to school for?
Because that's the government trying to take over your life.
Okay, we ain't trying to get flagged. But anyway, but yeah, so it's like if my personality is always hit these top notches, right? And I think that my personality and the way I treat women and the way I dine and just have a good time is overall a great experience. COVID. I'm just joking. I have all those attributes on what makes me a great man, and I think that it's a great. But I date somebody that's not. I'm not saying like.
But you never stop to say to yourself, maybe these bitches just have low standards. Like maybe these bitches
because you
like somebody that beat their ass. Maybe these bitches like somebody that's gonna go out and cheat because they want somebody to chase after. Because there's a lot of bitches like to chase after people.
I know, but you don't think of those things at first because you like, what the fuck did I do?
But do you think about them second, third,
no,
fourth? Like
no.
you never. So the only thing that ever crosses your mind is that you're not good enough. It never goes any further than that. Like, nah, fuck that. That bitch wasn't good enough.
No.
That's wild.
No.
I would
because
never.
then you start because I mean you're different. You're a different
I would
being.
never.
Because then you start thinking like, damn, like because then when it happens again, you like, man, you start having that conversation with the new person. And you like, yeah, this happened in my old relationship, blah blah blah, and then it happened again. And you like, what?
Well, then doesn't that just kind of make you a fool for like? I mean, we could take you. I know what your situations were. Your situations were literally all the same. That kind of made you a fool because it was literally the exact same shit that happened Like,
and all, yeah.
yes, like to a T. So it kind of made you the fool in the situation for not paying attention to your relationship.
Well, yes, but
Yes.
paying attention to relationship means that you're bringing your past on the new relationships to see things. So it's like if the
Not
first
necessarily.
so if the first relationship she was cheating, right? So when you go into that second relationship, you like, oh, I'm okay, cool. Hang out with your friends, hang out with everybody. But if you bring it and be like, she hung out with her friends, she hanging out with everybody, but the last chick was cheating with her friend, you can't bring that over. So when it happens,
You can't bring that over, no, but you could still be cautious.
yes, but sometimes being cautious makes your mind work in a way where you're like,
Well, it didn't make your mind work at all because you dealt with the same shit 3 different times. That's why I'm saying, like, you never at one point was like, this kind of remind me of that bitch, like what she did before.
Yes, but when you also do that, but you do it to the wrong person, you did it to the wrong person. Because now you like, this happened the last 3 times. So let me do this.
And that's why I said be cautious. I didn't say start blaming shit and pointing fingers. Be cautious and just keep an eye on the situation because you never know. You could be looking at it in a certain way, like, yeah, this bitch, she doing the same shit that other bitch did. But then you could be like, oh no, I know exactly where she was. I know exactly what she was doing. She was literally texting me all night. She FaceTimed me all night, or she was with her mom all night because her mom even hopped on FaceTime, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
But is that always the truth?
no, but that's why I said keep an eye.
But then now that's me keeping pointers on you.
So what? You should. Because at the end of the day, it's your heart that's gonna get broken, not hers. Because the bitch knew she was trifling from jump.
Right, but I'm saying like it's. I mean, you can FaceTime somebody and be like, "What's up? What you doing? I love you," and she could be with a whole nother nigga.
Not necessarily.
She could be with a whole other nigga.
Not necessarily.
And the whole other nigga can know who you are. There's there's ways to flip stuff.
I mean,
Like, go in the room. I'm about to FaceTime.
I mean, that's true. That's why I said keep an eye. Just be cautious.
But I'm saying though, you can keep an eye, you can keep cautious, but who's to say that?
But see, there's keeping an eye and being cautious, and then there's acting on those cautions. You acted on those cautions with the wrong one. You never acted on the caution before because you never were cautious. Had you acted on caution before, you would have never went through the shit that you went through.
You're right, but I didn't. But then it's also be putting judgment on somebody before.
But didn't you already do that anyway?
No, each separate one. I didn't even bring it in.
No, you didn't. But you also trusted each and every single one with everything as if that was the way to go.
Right, but I'm saying though, when you only start going crazy,
you didn't even like the girls. That's why I'm saying this. You know what? Scratch that. We're not even gonna we're just forget I said anything. Just forget I said anything, okay? We're not even gonna get into all of that because that's not even the topic. But
bruh,
my point is people always have a reason or an excuse why they did something. Oh, I felt like you didn't like me anymore. Or, oh, I'm not good enough because you said that you don't want a drug dealer. Well, shit. If
wow.
If you say to a woman, you know what, you're beautiful and your personality is great, but I personally wouldn't date a stripper. Just as an example. I'm not going to date a stripper. And she feels like, damn, like, I'm not good enough because I'm a stripper. And it's like, no, that's not what he said. He just said that he just wouldn't date someone that's a stripper. It could be for his own specific reasons. Like, I just would rather not have men looking at my woman. I would rather not have the idea that my woman could possibly be under any type of stress or pressure because she's working at a gentleman's club and they don't know how to behave themselves. my thing is everybody, oh, I'm not good enough. But what makes you feel like you're not good enough? Like, why is that the first thing that you think of?
It's a, like I said, it's a self-conscious thing. It's already embedded in us from other things. You know, it can be from childhood. Somebody telling you like you can't do that. You can't be a singer. You can't be a director.
I mean, and I
can't
know,
be a pro skater.
and I know that. But at what point in your life do you stop to say, I am good enough, though?
I mean,
Or
you got to be strong enough to say those things.
is it strength?
Yeah, because you got to be able.
But
to,
is it strength?
yes, because you have to be able to break those barriers of so many people or so many things of telling you that you can't do that. You can't leave the project. You can't graduate from high school if you're in a predominantly black high school that's around the way. You can't go to a college that's good or get a good job or start your own business because you went to this certain school. It's always you can't.
But what if you've never been told that you can't? What if you've never been told that you can't? What if you've never had a relationship that ended because somebody said, oh, you ain't good enough? What if you've never had any of those instances in your life that made you feel like you're not good enough, and you get with somebody and you just feel like, oh, I'm not good enough?
You fucking crazy then.
But why isn't it a self-confidence thing then?
I mean, it could be. It could be you've been
What if you've never gone through something that made you feel like, damn, I'm no good. I'm not good enough. What if you've never experienced that, but you get with somebody and you're like, damn, he's so fucking amazing, or he's such a gentleman, or oh my God, he's in shape, and like, but you're in shape and you're a good person. You're handsome or you're beautiful. What would make somebody say, I'm not good enough? And then take that, run with it, and do some silly shit, and then say to the other person, I just felt like I wasn't good enough for you. I don't deserve you. You're too good to me. How is somebody too good to you? If you deserve to be loved on and treated well, how is it that somebody can be too good to you?
Because you already know what your intentions are. You already know that you're not a good person.
But what if you are a good person?
Then you just...
What if you are a good person?
I don't know.
Are you intimidated by that other person?
Maybe.
Are you intimidated that person... Because I feel like somebody could be intimidated by the strength of their partner. Somebody can be intimidated by the motivation and the determination that their partner has.
But I feel like the intimidation can go two ways. Intimidation could be like, yo, I need to get on my shit because I know
you're right
that she's on. But and also it can be like
a bad thing.
Like
that makes you feel like, oh my God, I want to crawl and curl up into a ball.
Like she's fucking up at 5 a.m. working out. Fuck.
Right.
I'm over here eating this bullshit, this chocolate cake.
But it's like those are little things. Like those are so small to the point where, like, how do you allow something like that to make you feel like you're no good, or that you are not deserving of X, Y, and Z? Like, why do you feel like you're not deserving of this position that you've been put in? Why do you feel like you don't deserve this person that's entered into your life? Why do you feel like your circumstance isn't your circumstance because you deserve this circumstance, whether it be good or bad?
I don't know. It's just the way your mind works towards certain things. There's some people out there that be like, yeah, I cheated to get to this spot. I know I don't deserve to be at this spot. And then there's some people that be like, I don't even know how I ended up here, but this shit's too much for me.
We definitely made this into a broader I don't deserve.
I mean, it's the truth. You know, there's a lot of people that don't respect the other person's feelings in time.
What do you mean in time?
I'm talking about as far as like
you don't respect my time?
Yeah, I don't respect your time.
Why you keep looking at my ring?
Oh, cause I was just blinging.
I'm around that city.
Yeah.
Pinky ring, what about
Bling, bling. Nah, you just you, Americans, people don't respect other people's time, which is why they waste people's time all the time.
So,
if I know I'm not right for you, I'm not gonna come out on the first date and be like, I'm not right for you, because I'm still on some little kid shit. They gonna be like, spread. They gonna use all your time until you be like.
but what is the purpose of that? Like,
Selfish.
if you know, like if you know, like, you meet, let's say you meet a girl or you meet a guy, wherever people hang out. I don't know where people hang out at anymore. Social media.
Tinder.
Right. And he or she says, oh, okay, well, you want to meet for lunch, or can we go to dinner, whatever. And you're like, yeah. Like, bitch, if you know, man or female, like male or female, I said man or female, is weird. Male or female, man or woman. If you know that you just really up to some slick shit, like if you know you just want to fuck, say that.
It's hard.
Say it. No, but it's not, because here's my thing, right?
What if I don't want to smash too?
Then don't smash.
No, I said, what if I want to smash too?
Huh?
I'm saying, what if you say to her, like, I just want to fuck, and she be like,
right, and she agrees. Then nobody has to be on any slick shit. You ain't even got to worry about. And that's my thing. Like, nobody's worried about the other person's feelings. Nobody's worried about who's being hurt in the situation. Nobody's worried about whose time's being wasted. Like, you're not worried about what you're doing to that other person, because you're so focused and so fucking selfish to the point where nothing else matters.
Yeah, but
nothing else matters. No one else matters.
No, because I have to waste your time in order to get what I want.
But you're not getting what you want because you already don't feel like you deserve what you have.
But
you'll never get what you want. How do you get what you want out of a situation that you feel like you ain't even supposed to be in? You want to have babies. She doesn't want babies, right? Mm-hmm. Or she wants babies, but you feel like
I'm going to waste her fucking time thinking I'm going to give her a baby.
No, not even that. But it's like, let's say she wants to have kids, right? Mm-hmm. But you're like, I come from a background where, family was like, it was like a fucked up situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this, right? Why not tell her that? Why not tell her that, so at least she has a choice in whether to continue the situation or not? Why do you want to hold on to someone that doesn't want the same things out of life as you? In that sense, you're right. You don't deserve her. And she doesn't deserve you. She doesn't deserve you because you're not right for her. Now, although she could be very right for you, you don't deserve her because you don't give a fuck that you're wasting her fucking time.
Right, but what's everybody wants a trophy. Everybody wants
No, everybody doesn't want a trophy.
Hold on, listen what I'm saying. People do things to be recognized. People play sports because they want to make money. And when you get to that point of making too much money, then you're like, you always hear people saying, I want a ring. So I'm going to go and do anything as possible. I'm going to go play with motherfuckers I don't care about to get a ring because that matters to me. It doesn't mean that they actually enjoy to play basketball and fight for something that they feel as though they deserve. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that sit on the bench and never got in a game and they got rings. So when it's like, you got a championship ring, I sure do. Did you? You never played it. You never played a game.
Right.
You don't deserve that. But guess what? I spent time knowing that I didn't deserve to be on this team, but I got me a ring. A lot of people want trophies. They want to be able to be like.
What is the trophy? Right? Like,
what do you do with trophies?
Like you're in a relationship
mm-hmm.
that you feel like, damn, he's too good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deserve a man like this because of whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say at some point in my life, I was that girl that slept around,
Mm-hmm.
and I slept around on everybody that I've been with, right? Slept around, cheated on in that context. That's why I made sure I make it clear.
Right.
And this guy, we get together. He's amazing to me. Like, he does everything. You know, he's like the perfect man, and perfectly imperfect because, you know, nobody's perfect. But I get to a point where I'm like, damn, I am such a lucky girl to have met a guy like this. I don't deserve somebody like this. Why? Why don't you deserve somebody like that? Why don't you deserve somebody that's going to be there, do for,
Mm-hmm.
and keep you the way you want to be kept? Like, why? Like, just because you made mistakes in the past?
Yeah.
Or just because you weren't the best person in the past? Like, who are you in this moment?
I feel like that's what fuels us at that time. It's kind of like
What do you mean that's what fuels us at that time?
because we feel like once we're that person, you know how they label once a cheater, always a cheater. But it's like, what if I cheated and 5 years later I was like, I ain't got time for that bullshit. You're still gonna be like, I wouldn't trust him. He cheated. It's like 5 years went by. I'm not there no more. I'm a whole different person. It's like,
Are you though?
but that's
Because
see.
if the opportunity presented itself, would you?
But what if I don't?
But what if you do?
That's the thing. But because of what happened in the past, there's still that 50-50 chance of like, what if the opportunity happened? Is he going to cheat? But if I never did that, then that would never be on the table.
But if you know you would never do that, then there's nobody to question you. You get what I'm saying?
I get it, but
So
but
if
you
I
still
know-
but you're still being questioned.
Doesn't matter. What I'm saying is what you know about you. Because what you know about yourself is all that matters at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I know that I have a good man, and I know that I'm no longer in that place that I once was, I'm no longer that girl that's going to cheat because I'm just not, like, that's just not a thing for me anymore. Why don't you deserve this now? Why can't it be that you can never right your wrongs? You can't right your wrongs.
I'm gonna have to look that up after the show.
Like,
I get what you're saying.
I mean, people say that you can't. I don't think that you can. People, I forgive. No, you don't. I don't think people ever actually forgive people. Not fully anyway.
True.
But
what if they're a new person?
You ain't let me
Sorry, go ahead,
finish
go
because
ahead.
that don't even make sense with what I'm saying. But you can't go back. Like, if you broke somebody's heart, right? Their heart was still broken in the time frame that it was broken. You can't go back and fix that. Saying sorry is not going to fix that.
No.
So why focus on what you used to be? And why not focus on what you are in this moment? If you know for a fact that you don't do those types of things anymore, you're not in the business of breaking hearts, why wouldn't you feel like I deserve this? I can't go back and fix that.
Yeah, but you're still being looked at as.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. We're not talking about who's looking at you. We're talking about you as yourself. What do you look at yourself as? How do you feel about yourself? Because if you feel bad about if you feel like, damn, I'm a piece of shit because what I did 10 years ago, then okay, I see why you would feel the way that you feel. But if you're like, I'm not a cheater no more. I don't do that goofy shit no more. I'm not out here messing with this guy and that guy while I'm with this man. I'm all about him. I'm all up in him. Like, this is everything for me.
All up in him.
Yeah.
This is not
Like,
this sponsored
this is
by Adam and Eve, okay?
This is everything to me. All that matters is how you feel about you in that moment. I know I'm a good woman, and I know I'm a great catch, and he's a great catch, and he's a good man, and I damn well deserve him. I absolutely deserve him. Period. Can't nobody tell me different. Like, who's going to tell me different?
Nobody's going to tell you different.
They're going to try. But see, here's the thing. Here's where we have to be stronger and say, but bitch, your opinion doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck are you to tell me about me, bitch? You don't know me.
But what if that opinion is from the other person that you're actually being in a relationship with?
See, here's the thing. That other person, so let's say the same situation, right? Me and this guy, we get together and we talk about our past, and we are very honest with each other about our past.
Right.
Yes, I have cheated before. Have you cheated more than once? Yes, I've cheated more than once. The moment you decide, and I'm speaking on to the other person, the moment that other person decides, okay, she was honest about her past. I accept it. It is what it is. We're going to move forward with this. Once you have made that acceptance, you can no longer condemn me for shit that happened in the past because it don't have shit to do with you. If I'm not bringing it, you can't bring it. Period.
Okay.
Period.
Period.
You can't never be like, oh, but you used to cheat. I used to cheat. What the fuck that got to do with you? I ain't never cheated on you.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was waiting for.
I've never cheated on you. So what the fuck does that have to do with anything? My past is my past before you, meaning it didn't have shit to do with you.
Right.
Then or now.
Right.
You can't tell me anything about me from my past because I'm done with that shit. I've been done with that shit. I've washed my hands of that shit. So who are you to tell me, oh, but you did? I did. Past tense, bitch. I'm not doing.
It's definitely a hard situation.
It's really not, though.
I'm saying for people to come and be like, I do deserve this person. It's hard for people to just come out their shell and be like.
But what happens when the person tells you, like, why would you ever feel that way? I've never told you that you don't deserve me. You deserve all of me.
We got to get to that conversation first, though. So that means in my head, I have to be bold enough to be like, I need to have this conversation.
Or something has to happen to where, I don't know, maybe there's an argument over something so simple. Because everybody knows arguments always turn into more than what the argument started with.
That's true.
Okay, so.
Because you be like, I've been wanting to say this shit.
Right. Which is why I say it's not because you were mad. It's because of some shit that you thought about maybe after we.
You ain't nothing but a hoe. Oh, you always thought I was a hoe.
Basically. But anyway, so yeah, so it's like, let's say an argument starts. And again, arguments always lead to other shit that have nothing to do with the actual argument. But the person says, I just feel like I don't deserve you in the middle of the argument. That opens up a door because usually I feel like, I mean, you've said that to me before, not in the middle of an argument, but because we talk about everything.
Yeah.
You know, and after we have been through things, you would say like, you've said to me before, like, I just feel like I'm not good enough for you. I've had somebody else say that to me also. So it's like, but what made you feel that way? And that was always my response. I've never told you that you weren't good enough for me. I never said, those words never came out of my mouth. That's never been a thought in my head. Because who am I to tell somebody who is or isn't, like, you? I feel like you pick who you want based off of how you feel about, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going to be like, oh, he likes this. That's not good enough for me. Or she looks this type of way. That's not good enough for me. Or you could be that shallow. I don't fucking know.
Some people are that shallow.
I don't know. Oh, she doesn't have a big booty or she ain't got big titties, so that ain't the one for me. Nobody's really the one for you because you're clearly not the one for you either.
But that's shallow
so shallow. Like it's deeper than that. Like it's so much more deeper than that. But I feel like how you can't just assume that I feel like because you feel like you're not good enough for me, that you're not good enough for me. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Like, how do you say, oh, I'm not good enough for you? I never said that, though.
Yeah, I never said that.
I never said that.
But we it's kind of like we want you to say that.
Exactly. But I've never said that. I've never given you a reason to feel like you're not good enough. So all that shit is up here. It's mental, baby. You got to fix it.
Yeah, but it's very. That's one of those things.
But to mistreat somebody because of how you feel, not because they did something to you, not because some shit happened and it was like, oh, word.
But it's more on the strength of like it's because they're trying to make themselves feel better. They're gonna mistreat you. Yeah, they're gonna mistreat you and waste your time because.
How does that make you feel better? Because next it's gonna be like, oh, okay, I knew she didn't want me. Now I'm angry at the world. Urgh. That don't make you feel better.
It's a lose-lose situation in that.
It's only a lose-lose situation for the person that's fucking up. It's not a lose-lose for me because, bitch, I'm not getting hurt no more. Bitch, I'm going to move on and I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to find somebody that deserves me and feels like they deserve me.
But what happens is there's people that aren't as strong as you. They end up looking at themselves and be like, what am I doing? Like, I didn't do nothing to these people. They just feel as though like they don't deserve me, or they feel as though they need to do something to me to hurt me. So then that cycle happens, and then you get with somebody that actually is all about you, all for you, and then you become that person.
But how does someone else's actions make you feel like you're not deserving?
I used to feel that way.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
With everything, I used to. It's just because we as
your lip, it's like a bunch of spit.
Well, you can't see it on the TV, and you definitely just told everybody. It was dry as hell just now.
That's why I be trying to tell you, put some shit on your lips, dog.
You see these big things?
I got Carmex right here.
It ain't big enough.
You're childish. Grow the hell
up. We take things to the heart. We think everybody's out to get us.
Who is we? You got to stop saying we.
People. Do you want me to say people?
Yes, that's better.
People think people are out to get them. So when you don't get picked for a certain job, or you don't get that promotion, you always have to turn it out to be a personal vendetta. But it's like, you just not.
So cool. and that's how people get to the point of feeling undeserving.
Yeah. Like if I didn't get picked for a job or they didn't put me on a certain gig, I'd be like, oh, they don't like me. 9 times out of 10, it'd be like, we don't like him.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm just saying though, what about the other 1%? It's like, oh no, we didn't even think about you. But it's, now it becomes, you weren't thinking about me? I'm the best in my class.
So then that turns into I didn't deserve this job. Yeah. I didn't deserve this position. I don't deserve this money that comes with this position. I don't deserve this blessing, this possible blessing.
No,
what if it's just like God is just looking out, bro?
No, it turns into we get to a certain position. People get into a certain position where they're like, I'm making this bag. And then you see somebody else making a bigger bag and you like, I can do that. And then they be like, oh, pump your brakes on me. You ain't up to this level yet. And you like, what you trying to say? I'm not good enough to do that? I didn't say that. I just said that there's levels to this shit. So now you look at it as a personal vendetta, but it's like, no, I'm not going to put you in that position because I don't want you to fuck up what I'm doing.
But how you know they're going to fuck up?
You don't know, but people assume because you haven't accelerated to that level yet. So it's like when you be like, I'm going to put the work in, but they like, oh, okay, cool. What are you doing?
Huh?
Jesus Christ, you're like a kid. You're like a cat. Yeah, so it's like I said, people look at it as a personal vendetta no matter what it is, or a personal problem, you know? Example.
So pretty much you think that when people get to a point of feeling undeserving, it's because they've been told so many times in so many words that they're not deserving of.
Yeah, because of what their actions of what they're doing at that time. Still. So that means if I'm a janitor, right? And I tell people that I'm a janitor, and they be like, they ghost me every time. And then I tell the next person I'm a janitor, and you like, oh, that's what's up. You know what I mean? We think that you're trying to play us because everybody else I told that I was a janitor looked down on me. But you're actually like, oh, okay, cool.
Like,
I
it
don't
don't
care.
fucking matter. You have a job. Like,
So then we are like, are they talking to somebody else? Because they definitely know that I'm a janitor. We don't think that we're.
but you never stop to say, I still have a job. I could be a nigga out here with no job trying to holler at this bitch, but I have a job. Janitors deserve love too.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't already put in your mind that rejection. It's like getting rejected from like a fine girl, and you'd be like, I'm never talking to another fine girl again. But you talk to the one fine girl that was very conceited. So when you see another fine girl, you don't be like, I'm gonna go talk to her. But then you end up talking to her, and she end up liking you. You like, man, she don't like me. She just playing with me. She trying to hurt my heart.
So you treat her wrong for that? You
Sometimes
mistreat her because you feel like she don't actually like you?
it's all about.
But it's like, so what happens when it turns out that she does actually like you, that she's actually very into you, that she's actually all about you? Like, what is the response then? I'm sorry?
Plot twist. You already fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. So
You
what is
know,
the response?
You already
I'm
put your foot in
sorry?
your mouth. No, you already fucked up.
Because at that point, now it's like, now I really don't deserve you. Because now, bitch, I'm going to tell you, you don't fucking deserve me, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You a dirty, stanky, lying, sly dog.
Yeah.
You don't deserve me. Now I'm telling you, you don't deserve me.
Yep. So, it's a good one.
Wow.
That was a good one.
I'm still having a really hard time understanding because I just am. But I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't. Like,
Doesn't? It's like this, right? I'm gonna give you another example, and then we gotta get out of here because I want to make sure that we have enough space for stuff. It's like my credit score is a 600, right?
please make this a metaphor that makes sense.
No.
Because you and your metaphors.
And I go try to get a car, and they're like, "You're not qualified." That's going to stop me from going to try to get it qualified at another dealership with the same car because you already took that and was like, for that car, I can't qualify because they already told me I can't. And it's like, you only talk to one person. There's ways to do this shit. But you already count yourself out from getting that dream car that you want because one person had already knocked you down. They might have knocked you down because they didn't want to sell you the car.
Or they're racist.
Yeah, so it's like other things that happen beyond whatever. Or we can't sell because of your job. They never give a reason. It's always like, boom, your credit score. But it's like, my credit score is what it is, but you ain't telling me if I put $20,000 down or $10,000 down, I will be in a good position. They just always give you the first option. We can't approve this because your credit score. So you're over there thinking like, fuck, my credit score not good enough. When that's not even the underlying reason. They probably didn't even have that car in stock. And they had to tell everybody that they can't approve you.
So pretty much what I'm getting is that people that feel like they're undeserving lower their standards to be with a person they know is going to treat them wrong so that they feel like it makes sense.
Yes, and then when that person that you lowered your standards for actually does something wrong to you, like, oh yeah, there's something wrong with me.
Fuck.
You like, not only did I lower my standards, but I didn't even look at your face. I grabbed you in the dark and was like, you gonna be my girlfriend. And you still cheated on me? Oh yeah, I'm fucked. There's no way I'm going to get this girl over here. But then when you go and talk to that girl, she like, yo, you cool as shit. Like, come holler at me. Come hang out with me. Let's go chill out. You like, oh, she just want to be my friend because she like to laugh. No, I really like you. No, you don't. And it's like, why? Why do you think that? Because I dated 4 other ugly chicks and they cheated on me.
Well, that's just because they were ugly. Maybe they felt like they didn't deserve you.
Plot twist.
Damn.
It's too late. It's too late.
Maybe they felt like they didn't deserve you, which is why they mistreated you.
That's the topic of what you just said.
That's wild.
So let us know.
Yo, the world is a fucked up place, okay? I feel like everybody is deserving of somebody, whether that person is good to you or bad to you. If they're bad to you, you probably deserve that shit. And if they're good to you, you probably deserve it too. Well, so, everybody is deserving of what they are deserving of in that moment, I feel like.
Right.
Not necessarily.
Right.
Because sometimes you don't deserve to be mistreated.
Right.
You deserve to be treated, okay? And
good one, girl. Bars.
Okay?
Is this Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Damn.
Yeah, so I feel like closing arguments.
Yes.
I just feel like everybody is deserving, regardless of what anybody else tells you. I feel like think about how you feel about you. Think about the person that you truly are. Like, be so authentically you that can't nobody deter you away from those thoughts. Like, bitch, I know who I am. And I know what I deserve. Fuck how you feel. Okay? Bye-bye with the bullshit. I'm taking all that is meant for me, and he's meant for me.
And that's probably the biggest thing I've learned over the year. What you just said.
What? What part?
Just
not worrying about other people.
Not worrying about other people. Because what is that doing for me?
Right. Nothing.
Not a damn thing, Gina.
It don't help your situation. So y'all just listen to
Talk That Shit
with the Melvins.
We out this thing.
Bye.
Peace out.